Today in studio, we'll be answering the question, when is it the right time to speak to your child about sex? Joining me in studio is Anel Annadale, who's an educational psychologist. Welcome, Anel.
Thank you.
I wanted to find out from you. So, I mean, it's not always an easy task for parents. So what do you recommend?
I think the most important is not to wait until the big talk, about the birds and the bees. It should be a very natural process. From birth, you should chat to your child about their body and the changes and just have it be a very natural sort of thing that happens in your house.
So what would you say is the right age to start talking to your child about their body and about sex?
I think from the minute before they can even understand language. It's such a natural thing. We talk about, this is your nose, these are your ears, and there's nothing wrong with saying, this is your penis, this is your vagina. Very important to use those words specifically as well. And as they grow older, just chat to them about what is sex, where do babies come from. Don't make it a big taboo.
That's very interesting, because with most parents, especially like most mothers, when your kids want to find out, like, where do I come from? You're always like, from my tummy. And then like, what do you mean? How did I get there? So what do you say after that?
I think that's exactly it. And what you've just hit on is a very good parenting strategy. So to answer exactly what they ask. If your child asks, where do babies come from? And you say, from my tummy, they're happy with that, leave it there. But you could do a gradual sort of grading as well. So, I mean, we could also say, if they want to know, yeah, but where in your tummy? Or how
did I get in? How did I get into your tummy?
How did the baby come out as well?
Yeah.
You can say something like, the doctor helps to take it out. We often find that parents give too much information. That's not actually what the kids ask. When it comes to the stage when you're backed into a corner, you can say, mommy's body changed and you came out of my vagina. Because to try and hide the fact can be a lot more damaging. That initial shock is not as great as maybe finding out later how it actually works and that your parents were lying.
And it's very interesting that you're speaking about body image and the fact that you need to call a spade a spade. So just in terms of when you are obviously naked around your kids and they start comparing their body image to your body image and then questions start arising, do you still handle it in the same manner? Absolutely.
And I think you can even say, look, babies' bodies are so different to ours. First, their legs can't even work properly. Then you get nice, big, strong legs. And mommy's body's changed again and yours also will.
And the issue of puberty, when do you bring that up? Should you wait until your child reaches puberty, or do you need to be gradually talking to your child about that
I think to prepare them too early for something like that could also, bring a whole lot of worries with it that children at the age of 4 or 5 don't really need. But I think prepare them for puberty from about the age of 9, 10, when they can understand, and they'll also be seeing among their peer groups that there are some changes going on. So from about the age of 9 and 10, you can prepare them for that.
And is there a different approach that you use to speaking to a girl as opposed to a boy about sex and body image?
I don't think so. I think that for a long time we've made the mistake of, having those differences. And it's no different. They have to learn that their body's changed, that it's a natural process, and to just guide them through their questions.
And when do you bring in the whole mechanics of how sex works, sexual activity, protected sex, and pregnancy? Because I mean, kids do grow, they don't stay 4 or 5 forever.
Absolutely, yeah. I think from the age of 4 or 5, I mean, one of the things that we'll often discuss is that babies, come about when daddy plants a seed in mommy's tummy, and that's
Is that how you say it? So you don't bring up the whole wording of a sperm fertilizes an egg and...
You could say, look, the little seed is called a sperm, but don't go into too much detail. Just give them the basics and sort of stick to that. But yeah, you definitely do need to prepare them for the actual mechanics and how it works. I think from the age of about 7 or 8, you can start introducing how it works, and that sex is something that, and it depends again on your perspective, either married people or adults who really love each other. Sex is how we show each other that we love each other. It's very special and very private, so we don't do it until we're big, but yeah.
And how open should parents be, especially with their teens, about sexual activity?
I do think that, parents should definitely give their teens, make it your teens' decision to come and approach you, and don't sort of ask all the questions and pry. If they don't want to chat to you about, or ask any questions, don't push it too much. Give them the basics and leave them to feel comfortable about it.
But if you are suspecting that they are engaging in sexual activity, then what would the approach be?
I think a direct question. Non-judgmental, that's also very important and very difficult for parents to do. but an open and honest question and an invitation then to chat to you about it or ask any questions that they have.
Thank you so much, Anel, for joining us.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.